Nnaji, some people will say that that is what is usually contained in the manifestos or should be contained in the manifestos of any government. Because unlike the man who dashed in, into a room that was already, odoriferous.
Odoriferous room.
Like that kind of man, the government or the political parties already have a chance to assess the situation, know what the challenges are, and have a plan to sorting them out. Usually discontent sets in when people don't see you taking the steps and they believe you should have taken to sort that problem out. Don't you see that
that is an intelligent assessment, but you are dealing with an unintelligent set of people. Children don't care whether they have just sacked their father. They want biscuit, they want it, even if the man is carrying his letter of retrenchment. You understand? But it is your business as the father who brought them out into this world, they didn't beg you, to find a way to assuage their feeling, either of loss or expectation. I don't know whether you get the point. So it is expected that the political parties would have had time to look at the plenitude of the problems and see how to begin to strategically address them. That wasn't certainly the case in Nigeria. It certainly was not the case.
Has it certainly been the case over the years? Because it would seem that we haven't had that kind of government.
Well, over the years, things are happening. Because I feel very sad when some people, even on your program here, come and say that nothing is happening. I don't know. It's just like a woman saying that since the husband is not able to give her 100,000 naira feeding money, he's not giving her anything. Yes, she's wearing trinkets bought with money. She just had some lunch. Maybe there was no chicken. There may have been beef. Maybe there was no fresh fish. Okay? But she had some chicken or turkey. Okay? Maybe she didn't go with a limousine to the market. She certainly did not trek. Somebody made that money available. But to say nothing, that is the one that is most painful. You understand? Okay? So to say that nothing has been happening in this country is not true. We just celebrated Christmas. How many days now? Few days ago. All through that period, you could walk in or drive into any filling station and pick fuel. And you didn't have to hassle over it. You understand? It was taken for granted. That's one thing. And we are not aware from even what the opposition is saying that more money have been spent to achieve that. Nobody has been ceremonious about that. It's something, okay? There are a number of things happening in the system. But like I said of one governor who even started building a university. Let me give you an instance. In Enugu State, when the Chima Nnaji was there, he started the university from the scratch and was intending to finish it within his own time. And that dealt a very serious blow on the revenue profile of the state. The ordinary people in the street did not see roads. They did not see water. Something was happening, but it was not the priority area. So the point we are making is that many people who are also talking are talking from a jaundiced perspective. Jaundiced in the sense that when you allow your sense of reason to be overshadowed by the sentiment you have because of certain thing you want to use to ingratiate yourself, you are not doing a public good.
But
and should not be doing public analysis because you are confusing the people. Don't
we see that across board? You see that with the opposition party at the national level. You also see that with the opposition parties at the state level as well.
I'm not interested in the issue of opposition. I'm talking about what ought to be. When somebody says it's opposition, what are you opposing? We are not even doing opposition party in Nigeria the way it should be. Now, that is the simple truth. And this idea of everything, because many people have insisted on having institutions in this country. If we have institutions, there will be less pressure. Okay, if a governor appoints a commissioner, and the commissioner was known in his own area of calling to be very nice, well-educated, vibrant person, when he goes into that government, he no longer thinks it is the governor. He no longer thinks that the governor graciously felt that this program should be. that the governor that. Why are you doing that? Is it because you will not have lunch if you come back? You were taken for that job in the first instance because of what was considered your competencies in that area. You understand? The governor cannot do it alone. Now, it is better to say government than to personalize. Therefore, when anything then goes wrong, if the governor was very wont in accepting the benefits, he should also take the burden. Because the man is himself just an agent or a passenger in a vehicle driven by the governor. Therefore, the governor must take responsibility for those bad things. Ditto the presidency. And that's why the presidency is overheated. Everybody, Obasanjo went through that experience to the point that he was so miffed or so frustrated. He usually pretended he wasn't. But he had to say that it has gotten to a point where even somebody who has his wife in the labor room for 3 days and she could not deliver, then it must be Obasanjo that caused it. That was a statement made out of frustration.
when you said that the government or the presidency has been so much pressurized or so much pressure on the presidency, and you're trying to also link it with so many things happening, and you just talked about the President Obasanjo letter, but we're trying to look ahead and see if some of these happenings in 2013 will have any effect positively or negatively in this year we are in now. So the letter and so many other comments, because I like your analogy about creating a bad odor, a mess, and sometimes you try to put it on another person, but you also said that you should also try and clean up.
You cannot always give excuses. Yes,
so let's look at what we hope to see this year, because some other people have been saying that, look, 2014 is going to be politics all through, and we just might miss out on having tangible development.
Yeah. In that respect, I also see, because in every gloomy situation, if you look with your third eye, you will see a vista of hope. And nature has made it so possible in what they call the principles of homeostasis. Okay, everything is in a flux. Nothing is ever stable, always striving to balance. If you get very severely busy, you don't want to give yourself some rest. Very soon you will break down. And that is nature's own way of saving you from yourself. Because that time you go to hospital, they will put you on drip, you must sleep. That sleep that you think you cannot sleep, drinking coffee, you will sleep by force. And that's the way to save you from yourself. Then you'll be restored to health. Then you come back again and do what you know best. Then you go back to hospital, and that's homeostatic balance. What is happening now is that Goodluck Jonathan as the president has come a long way. He's no longer the same man we knew 2 years ago. Because any metal that has not gone through the furnace cannot be used for any valuable purpose. It just remains a metal scrap. He appears to have gone through a certain degree of the crucible, and then also has come of age. The only thing he needs is to look around. Those people around him, because as a president you must have eyes and ears. And if those ears and eyes don't have antenna in an electronic environment we are now, they can't get feelers. So you get ensconced in the comfort and magnificence of Aso Rock and be getting salvos from Nigerians, whom they will naturally tell you they are making noise. We saw that during the Abacha era, or so we were told. The point, therefore, is that he should look at his lieutenants. Even some of the achievements of this present government are not being made very clear to Nigerians. And it pains me too. You understand? And I cannot come and begin to clean the mouth of another person's child in Hamatan when I have not finished with my own. So they have to find a way to articulate and communicate what government is doing. And the government should be more strategic and also show that strategy. When we are leaving from here and we go to point B, is it likely that point B will lead us to point C? And that point C, can it lead us to point E? And what is the combination of all these points about?
Especially in the power sector.
In the power sector, in every sector, but the power sector being the common denominator. There is no way you can allow the current robbery, because technical robbery is going on in the power sector. Where technical robbery, EFCC may not be able to catch them. But how can you sit down here, Suleiman? Nobody gives you services, and yet they bring bills to you. Is it because it is the power sector? Would you walk across now and the mechanic comes to serve you bill when your car have been parked at home, you never used it for more than 3 months because you were not around?
So it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And this is technical robbery, and it is going on, and it is to the knowledge of everybody.
Even after privatization.
Include which privatization?
But Mr. Nnaji,
What they change is the you are getting confused.
I'm getting confused exactly.
About the power sector.
No, because in